I could have everyone's attention for just a few minutes. I'd just like to say a few words, and then I'd like to call on Moshe to give his Dvar Torah. Hodu Adonai ki tov, ki olam chasto. Thank you, Hashem, for bringing me and Robin to this day in good health, where we are able to see our youngest child reach Gil Mitzvot. May Hashem give us continued health and strength, that we should be zocheh to see the bar and bat mitzvot of our grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren. For those skeptical, I did the math, and it is possible. There are three pillars in Yahadut, whose theme is constantly mentioned throughout the Torah. If everyone could please just give me a couple of minutes. These are Torah Yisrael, Eretz Yisrael, and Am Yisrael. Baruch Hashem, we see Moshe's connection and commitment to all three of these. Let me describe Torah Yisrael. I had the pleasure of learning Masechet Megillah over the last year with Moshe, and was amazed to see how he was able to quickly grasp concepts, and when we learned a sugya, how he would often anticipate what the Gemara would ask. But more importantly, and more commendable, is his attitude towards learning. I fairly recently said to him, without giving him advance notice, let's learn now. It won't be so bad. And his immediate response was, how can learning be bad? Eretz Yisrael. Moshe showed and expressed an appreciation for Eretz Yisrael at a young age. I remember, when he was 8 or 9 years old, he asked me, why do Jews live in Chutz La'aretz? Another story that truly blows me away occurred when he was 8 years old. He would often come to my office before going to bed to watch YouTube videos with me. On one of those occasions, I showed him a Shlomi Dax video of his song, Imeshkachech Yerushalayim. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. The video shows some of the aftermath of terrorist acts in Israel, nothing gruesome, as well as the journey of this somewhat crippled man to the Kotel. Moshe was absolutely mesmerized by the video. And at the point in the video where this man makes his way to the Kotel, Moshe started to cry, which of course then made me cry. Am Yisrael. Perhaps more than the other two pillars, Moshe's love and appreciation for Am Yisrael is where he shines most. When Moshe was 11 years old and was going to perform with his choir at a Yom HaZikaron Tekes, he was about to leave the house, and I saw that his tzitzit were not tucked in. So I told him to tuck them in. Incredulously, he asked why. I told him he was going to present, and maybe he wanted to look neat. He answered, he thought about it, but decided he would leave them out. He answered that he thought about it, but decided he would leave them out because he was Jewish, was proud to be Jewish, and that the tzitzit represented this. Another story. At the Yom HaZikaron ceremony 2 years ago, Moshe started to tear up. Robin said she would give him allergy medicine when they got home. And he responded he didn't have allergies, rather he was crying because the ceremony made him emotional. Well, I have more stories I can tell you. I'll tell you just one more. We were at the table very recently, within the past year. Moshe spoke Lashon Hara, something he rarely does. I very nicely pointed this out to him and said that he needed to be more careful. He immediately started tearing up, and I had to turn from reprimanding him to calming him down and letting him know that we all falter. Moshe, reflecting on these stories, these are things you generally don't see from a child. Parents often say their child is special, but Moshe, you're not just special, you're extraordinary. Seeing who you are now, Mommy and I can only imagine what you will become as an adult. I remember telling you a couple of years ago that you're one of my best friends. You responded, you can't be my friend, you're my dad.